How do you know if you have a rare coin? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to make sure I'm missing any rare coin worth potentially thousands of dollars. Welcome back to Old Money Prices. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about rare coins and paper money, start now by subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss anything. Let's jump right into the video. Up first, we have a 1909 SVDB 1 cent coin graded by Pcgs, a VG10. That means very good 10. That's a low grade. You can tell the coin has been damaged, worn, it's dirty, it's in lower condition. The highest grade we can get in grading is 70. This is far away from that 70 grade, but this is a really rare coin. This is a 1909 SVDB. That S stands for the San Francisco Mint. You can see that underneath the date there. Next, you want to flip the coin over and you look at the back bottom center of the coin. You can see the initials VDB. That was the initial engraver and designer of these coins. So this 1 penny, that is dirty, it's gross, it's kind of lower condition, sold for a lot of money, guys. The big thing here on these dirty coins is please do not clean your coins. I'm telling you now, logically it may make sense to clean the coins, but that actually does the reverse and actually damages it, makes it worse condition, and they will sell for less money. That's the biggest thing. They sell for less money when you clean them. These harsh chemical cleaning products can really destroy the look, and collectors really don't like cleaned up coins. So this 1 penny that someone probably found out in circulation, this 1 penny sold for $862. Up next, we have a 1943 25-cent Washington quarter graded by PCGS, a VF, meaning very fine 30. This is a double die obverse. Obverse meaning the front of the coin. Doubling is an error that happens during the minting process. You're going to need magnification here to see any sort of doubling, but if you have a 1943 quarter, look for doubling. Look at Liberty at the top, the motto at the left, and the date at the bottom there. Zoom in because you're gonna have to see the doubling that's happening. Sometimes it's hard to see, that's why we need magnification. On some examples, it's more extreme and obvious, you don't need magnification, but I would say on the majority of coins that we're looking for doubling either on the front or the back of the coin, you're going to need magnification. Some people will say that you need to spend a lot of money on magnification glass or a high fancy product to zoom in. You really don't. All you need is a typical loupe or magnifying glass that you can find on eBay or Amazon. Not a big deal, pretty inexpensive. Definitely worth the investment because if your coin has doubling just like this one, this coin, this 1 25-cent quarter sold for $1,762. Here's an interesting one. So this is a 1922 No D 1 cent coin graded by PCGS, a mint state 62 red and brown. Sometimes this natural toning and oxidation can occur on the coin to make it look dirty, but it's actually not. This is actually a good thing here. So again, the highest grade we can get in grading is 70. A lot of coins that grade in the mint state grade will grade 64 and higher. This graded at a 62. So your coin can still have some nicks and gashes and look dirty, but still grade very highly and be worth a lot of money. This is considered a mint error because under the date there, you should see a D mint mark standing for the Denver Mint, but there is not a D there, but there should be. So long story short, this 1 penny sold for $3,240, even though it looks pretty dirty. Here we have a 1942 5-cent Jefferson nickel struck on a silver alloy planchet graded by PCGS, a good 6. That's so low. The big thing you want to look out for here is the fact that it weighs 4.7 grams. So you're not really going to be able to tell unless you weigh the coin. So get your scale out and weigh your coins because that can tell the difference between a 5-cent coin and a really expensive coin just like this one. So even in the low grades like this, it still brought a crazy amount of money. Imagine this coin getting in the grade of a mint state grade, but this good 6 coin, which is at the bottom of the scale, sold for $9,987. That's a crazy amount of money for a coin that someone definitely found out in circulation. This coin went through a lot of hands before it finally found the right hands of an owner that knew exactly what to look for here. This coin does not weigh the same amount of weight that it should weigh. So if your Jefferson nickel weighs 4.7 grams and it's from 1942, you could have something worth a lot of money, especially if it's in really good condition, but even in the low grade of this sold for so much money. Here we have another 1922 coin, straightforward, lower condition. This graded by PCGS and AU58. It looks bad, but same thing here. The no D mint mark underneath the date is what you want to be looking out for. And this 1 penny that someone found out in circulation sold for $9,400. Again here, this is a 1909 no mint mark. That means no mint mark under the date means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint 1 cent VDB coin graded by NGC, a proof-like 65 red and brown. So if you see this coin and it looks like it's damaged, it looks dirty, it's actually not. This is another sort of tone happening to the coin. So being able to distinguish the difference between dirt and overall luster and tone is going to be a big factor when determining the value of your coin. This one little penny sold for $17,250. Now remember when I was talking about doubling that's easier to see without magnification? This is a great example. So here we have a 1969S 1 cent double die Obverse created by Pcgs, an AU58. AU means almost uncirculated, so there's damages here. It doesn't really look very nicely, which is why it's in a lower grade, but it still brought good money. So you can see doubling happening at the motto at the top, Liberty left, the date at the right there. You don't even really need magnification here, but I still recommend buying magnification. Spend a couple dollars, you don't need to go crazy, and get a magnification glass, because this coin that has doubling on the obverse, which means the front of the coin, sold for $18,400. This is a great coin. So this is a 1943 copper cent planchet. So essentially all 1943 pennies should not look like this. They should be struck on a zinc coated steel planchet. This was during the war effort, so they needed copper in order to supply ammunition for the war efforts. Essentially, this is a mint error. If you have a 1943 coin and it looks like this, it is a copper coin. It should have been zinc, and this coin back in the day sold for $23,000. Today, in the height of a market, this coin could sell for a lot more money, guys. And you can see there's some pretty significant damage going on the bottom left of the coin. It even erodes to the other side of the coin. You can see there. So even if your 1943 coin is damaged like this one, it can still bring a lot of money. Here we have a 1944D coin struck on a zinc coated steel planchet graded by NGC, a mint state 61. Do you see that D mint mark below the date there? That stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was minted. Again, this is a transitional coin. This was not meant to be struck on a zinc planchet. This was meant to be struck on a normal copper planchet. So if your 1944D penny looks silver, it looks struck on a zinc planchet, you could have something worth so much money, guys. Make sure that you're not getting ripped off. If you have a coin like this, make sure you get it appraised by at least 3 people. It's worth spending the money to get your coins appraised. You know, the last thing you want to do is sell your coin for $1,000 or even $500 and it being worth tens of thousands of dollars like this coin. This coin sold for $58,204. I offer a service on my channel. You can hit the join button, cancel at any time. You can send me photos of your coins. I'll tell you how much they're worth, but you can really go to anyone. I would recommend against going to a pawn shop. Don't do that. Most pawn shops are just there to take your money and give quick cash. You want to find an expert. You want to find someone who knows what they're talking about. This next penny here, you see a big gash right through the coin. That means this coin is damaged. This coin was graded by Pcgs, a genuine. So this is a 1943 1 cent coin struck on a copper planchet. Again, another war effort coin here. This is a transitional coin. If you have a 1943 penny and it looks like this, even with damage and stuff like that, it's still worth a lot of money. This coin sold for $88,125. Hit that subscribe button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you in the next video.